Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. I hope everybody is doing well. And do write me about your timelines, whatsoever it's going on. They've been really good progress in terms of rollouts under all the streams. I hate to work on Fridays, and here I am after a long day, back to track. There's an update ready with the TR to PR pathway. Along with that, I will be talking about Federal Skilled Worker Program and CEC. Now, most of you are actually interested in TR to PR, but I will be covering more in detail about little formats like a sample letters I've just got hold of, and then I will be covering the Federal Skilled Worker Programs update and the CEC. So let's dive into our first timeline over here without wasting a minute. So here we go. All right, so Suri Sethi has wrote me back. You can also share your timelines to help maximum people out here. Now, he has actually applied on May 6th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. So most of the candidates who applied after 3 or 4, very few of them actually received eCOPR. And he is one of those candidates where actually the PR confirmation portal has been done. And now he's just waiting for the eCOPR. So this is really good. He got the AOR like starting from December 9th. And after that, he started receiving good response. Not to forget about the winter vacations. And here we go with the PR confirmation portal that was day before. So yeah, this is one timeline. Another timeline is of Tharia. Now, this candidate is applied on May 12th under Stream B, and he was a study permit holder. So in this case also you can see that there have been a good number of responses with effect from December 15th, and today January 21st, he was able to get the eCOPR. Now, on eCOPR, you might have a confusion related to expiration date. So it's mentioned out there December 2022. So he's likely to get the PR card within a month's time period. So yeah, it should be okay. So the validity doesn't make difference out here. Okay, another timeline is of Navjot. He's applied under Stream IG, and that's again at 12:56 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, May 6th. Now he started getting the response from IRCC, in September. So this is, I would say, a long wait for him because he got the AOR on September 14th, and after couple of ADRs like PCC, IELTS on Ghost updates, and then AMM 5669 form, he got the COPR that was today and January 20, like on January 21st. So this case actually took him like almost like 4 months from the stage of AOR to eCOPR. Now, based upon current scenario, in case if you have received the AOR maybe like 4 weeks ago, you're likely to get the eCOPR within that time frame. But there is no benchmark, or there's nothing mentioned onto the guidelines also that you're going to get it within a week's time or within 4 weeks or maybe within 2 months time period. It varies from case to case again. Okay. Abhinav's timeline on July 12th under Stream B, he was able to link up the application on December 1st, and that was the time period. Like around that time period, he started getting the response from IRCC, and then he got the eCOPR that was yesterday, January 20th. So a couple of ADRs were there, so like for PCC, and then he did not mention the gap why it was done. Also he mentioned the like he has updated or raised the web form for the US visa refusal. You can do so that. Moving on to another timeline of Brian. Now he has applied under IG stream at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time zone. That means it's 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. So he got the AOR on January 21st, which is today, and he did not able to get any ADR. Looks like he must have submitted all the documents in one go. So yeah, we can assume that situation. And it's not hard and fast rule that he did not receive an ADR, so there will not be any ADR in his case. IRCC, like the visa officer, would be reviewing his application, and he's going to take his own time. Depending upon the assessment, he would make the request in case if any pending document is there, and in case if it's not, then his application should be through, and he's likely to get the PR confirmation portal right after this, and that may take 2 or maybe 4 weeks time period from now. Moving on to the letter format, this is actually how the your AOR would look like. So your application, I'm just going to read it for you because I cannot zoom it now. So this is for one of the applicant where IRCC has mentioned your application for PR in Canada under TR to PR pathway was received electronically by IRCC. So IRCC will now begin processing your application. IRCC may contact you for additional information if needed to reach a final decision. So this is like a confirmation that yes, IRCC has received, means the visa officer has been assigned to this particular file. Now he would be making the assessment. So this is what exactly AOR means. Now IRCC will communicate with you through your IRCC secure account. That's again the linked up account. It's your responsibility to check your email regularly so that you do not miss upon any updates. If you do not already have IRCC secure account, you must create one and link your application for instant updates. So that's kind of important to make sure that you link up the application. And all that, in case if any changes happens in your application, like in terms of status, if you're married and you blessed with a baby, you have to update the information, or if you're independent and you have to update the information of your spouse, that has to be done accordingly. Moving on to another timeline is of Sonali. Now she has applied under Stream B on July 12th, got the BIL on November 22nd, and then the medicals were approved on November 22nd itself. Thereafter, she got the eCOPR, that was today, January 21st. Now, a lot of you are still in the first hour, so just have patience because IRCC is assessing the application, and each and every application would be allotted to a specific visa officer, and then the processing would start. Once the application is assigned to a visa officer, you would likely to get the you're going to get the AOR or even the ADR, or you will be able to link up the application. Once it is through, you submit the documents, whatever the requirements been set by the visa officer within 7 days, 15 days, 30 days, whatever the time lot you have been allotted to. Then you're likely to get the PR confirmation portal and then the eCOPR. Now the total process from receiving the AOR to eCOPR generally varies from case to case. It may take 2 to 4 weeks time, or it could be up to 6 weeks time period. And once you receive the eCOPR, then you're likely to get the PR card within next 4 to 6 weeks time period. Based upon current scenario, it's actually between 3 to 6 weeks. So yeah, it again varies from case to case. I hope that makes sense, and make sure that the PCC, whatever you are submitting, should be valid. And in case if you've already submitted the valid PCC at the time of file application, your expired PCC would also work in case if visa officer has asked you to submit it again. Also for IELTS, in case if you have submitted the valid IELTS at the time of file submission, you don't have to redo it. Like you don't have to worry about that if IELTS is getting expired, because all the documents whatsoever you had, if they were submitted at the time of case filing in its valid time period, you don't need to worry about even 1%. I hope that makes sense. Now let's dive into our another format here. This is a sample letter where you are going to get the confirmation from visa officer that your application for PR has been approved. So this is a good sign, like a PR confirmation portal. The final step in processing your application is to confirm your PR and create your PR, like permanent resident card. You will complete this process through the permanent resident portal. So this is exactly how it looks like, the PR confirmation portal. And then you just have to follow the steps out there, like in the portal. I'm just going to read it for you in case if you're not able to read it through. So in the portal, you will confirm that you and your dependents are in Canada, provide your Canadian address and submit your photo to create for your PR card. Just make sure that those who are still residing in Quebec, start preparing for yourself to move to any different province other than Quebec, because that is one of the mandatory requirement, and your application may get rejected in case if you have not submitted the supporting documents as a proof that yes, you had the intention of living outside or staying outside Quebec, and you have fulfilled the requirement also. Just make sure that you provide the bank statement copy from the new address, and or the driving license, whatsoever can prove as an evidence of your residence outside the Quebec. Now, you will, I'm going to read it back. You need to access the portal yourself. Your representative cannot access the portal on your behalf. Now, if you are a representative and receiving this message on behalf of a client, you must forward this message to your client. So your consultant or third party would definitely forward it back to you. So reply to this email and confirm the email address you want to use. As the principal applicant, you'll act on behalf of your dependents. If you prefer your dependents to have their own accounts, please indicate so that in your email. So usually in case if your spouse is in native country, maybe in India or in your native country, you definitely have to make sure that you do it according to your plan. If you want that your spouse should act on her behalf, then definitely you can just mention that and update the information to IRCC. Moving on to another, like following to the same letter, this is exactly how it has to be done. Like whatever the status is, like if you get married, divorced, or common law partner, or whatever thing is, just have to update it. And even if you are outside Canada, just update that information so that IRCC can hold back. And once you are physically present in Canada, they should be in a position to pursue further. Okay, moving on to our another update here on Federal Skilled Worker Program and CEC. Now, this is sad, but yeah, this is what we are actually getting the news from. The Federal Skilled Worker Program and CEC will be deprioritized. That means that what we were expecting, that the IRCC would get back or resume to applications under Federal Skilled Worker Program, what exactly it was indicated towards the end of 2021. That seems to be a little difficult coming back to for another 6 months time period, where they say that they probably would be continuing the intake of applicants through TR to PR pathway, or they probably would be resettling the Afghan nationals. I don't know what they are up to. This is not good, and this is really not justifiable. I hope this should not be 100% true, but this is exactly the memo of IRCC says. So yeah, and you must have seen the last two draws. The first one is January 5th, and the second one was yesterday. I've covered it in my on my channel. So they all were targeting on and indicating that IRCC would be doing the draws for PNP in upcoming weeks. So both of them back to back were for PNP, the first Federal Skilled Worker Program draw that actually invited for PNP category, the cutoff was 808 or higher, and then second was again on January 19th with cutoff of 745. I'm sorry for that. So there has to be one more F. So yeah. All right. Express entry draws for Federal Skilled Worker Program, CEC, and Federal Skill, FST will likely to be paused for first half of 2022. So basically, like till June, we will be expecting that there would be no rollouts for Federal Skilled Worker Programs in CEC. But whatever the update, as I mentioned, that it's likely to happen in the beginning of February, like February 11th. I will keep you posted, because by that time IRCC would chalk out a plan and to publish it, that how they are going to take it forward. So I'll keep you posted through my channel. You can take a screenshot of this. This is exactly the memo says. And moving on to another update is, again, they probably would be shifting the priorities to accommodate large number of applicants, and it could be through study permit. That's what it indicates, that they're gonna take landed immigrants through study permit. And of course the TR to PR pathway is already ongoing process, and they probably would come up with any new idea so that they can achieve the target. Although there is a speculation, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, there's a speculation that 50% of the target, like they have a target of 411,000 landed immigrants in 2022. So they probably would cut it down by 50%. So let's see what happens, and I'll keep you posted through my channel. I hope this video has been little help to you. In case if it does, don't forget to subscribe for more updates under Federal Skilled Worker Program CEC, which seems to be a little impossible for next 6 months, and then ongoing TR to PR pathway. And in case if any new program is introduced, I would be first to update you on through my channel. Till then, take care and stay safe, guys. Bye.